Are you serious? Are you serious, folks? We are getting reports very disturbing coming out of Syria that the ISIS, the Islamic State of Iraq and Syria, have abducted at least 150 Christians. Yesterday we reported it was 90, but we're getting now more information. The Islamic State militants have abducted at least 150 people from Assyrian Christian villages in northeastern Syria. They had raided. Now, these Christian Syrians said on Tuesday that a Syrian Christian group representing several of these NGO inside and outside the country said it had verified at least 150 people missing. It's probably more, including women, children, and the elderly who have been kidnapped by the militants. Now, we have verified at least 150 people who have been abducted from sources on the ground. Earlier, the British-based Syrian Observatory for Human Rights said that the number was 90 had been abducted when the militants carried out dawn raids in rural villages inhabited by these ancient Christian minorities in an area which was controlled mainly by Kurds. But Syrian Kurdish militias launched two offensives against these militants in northeastern Syria on Sunday, helped by U.S. air raid strikes and Iraqi fighters. This part of Syria border territory controlled by Islamic State of Iraq and Syria, where it committed atrocities last year against the Yazidis, which were, of course, religious minority. The Islamic State of Iraq and Syria did not confirm the kidnappings. Supporters posted photos online of the group's fighters in camouflage attire, looking at maps and firing machine guns. The website said the photos were taken at a town called Tel Tamar, near where the observatory and some of the abductions had occurred. Many Assyrian Christians have immigrated in nearly 4-year-long conflict in which more than 200,000 people have been killed in Syria. Before the arrival of the Kurds and Arab nomadic tribes at the end of the 19th century, Christians had formed the majority in this sections of Syria. But Sunday's offensive by the Kurdish militia reached within 5 kilometers or 3 miles of where the Islamic State-controlled towns southeast of the country were held. So at least 14 Islamic State fighters died in this offensive in which the Assyrians fought alongside the Kurds. So the Christians are now picking up arms and trying to defend their villages and defend their wives and children and their grandparents. And they're lining up next to the Kurds and they're saying, can we fight with you? We've got to stop these guys. And of course the Kurds said, of course. But the Islamic State has conquered several Christian villages and raided them and have abducted at least 150. Now, we also have reports that 700 Christians are fleeing. They have fled the area and are out in the wilderness. 700 of them with nowhere to go. Are you saved? Are you realizing how close we are? We're at the apocalyptic hour. We're on the brink of the beast. We're on the edge of eternity. This is truly the essence of evil. And let me just be first to say it if no one else was. ISIS, you're nothing but cowards, murderers, barbarians, and butchers, and you're filled with the demon spirits of hell. You are cowards. You are cowards. You prey on the innocent. You prey on the women, children, and the elderly. You don't fight against real competition. You run from it. and you go and seize vulnerable villages and towns and destructive behavior to churches and tombs of Jonah, and you threaten the dam of Mosul. Literally, you are filled with the violence from hell itself. You're fulfilling biblical prophecy. You may be thinking you're fulfilling some type of apocalyptic Islamic vision of the end times, some kind of end time Islamic eschatology, but you're actually walking down the road of hell itself, paved with the blood of the innocent. How are you going to deal with this in judgment? There's no 72 virgins waiting for you where you're going. Now, the place that you're going is a place of absolute torment. You do not understand what the judgment of God is going to bring upon your head. The fact that you constantly prey upon innocent people. Will anybody stand up for the innocents? Cowards. Cowards. Filled with the demons of hell. Pray for these people. Pray for our brothers and sisters in Christ. These are innocent. This could be your village. This could be my village. This could be our homes. Jesus comes soon. Jesus comes soon.